I think around the world, people are realizing drones are really the future in so many different areas, not just on defense, but on whether it's disaster response, whether it's environmental monitoring, fire response. Really, drones are going to change how we go about business in so many different fields. I think there's also a growing realization that the world is too reliant on a single producer of drones. Over about 90% of the consumer drones in the world are produced in China. For fire departments and police departments in the United States, that number is even higher. And so there's a huge focus on how we can diversify the supply chains and create a secure supply chain to meet the demand in a secure way. And I think Taiwan and the U.S. are especially well positioned to partner in this area for two reasons. One is that we have a very dynamic drone technology sector in the United States. And Taiwan has a very dynamic, not only drone technology, but also production capability here in Taiwan. And so there's obvious areas for us to partner together. I think an even bigger reason why I'm very optimistic about cooperation between the U.S. and Taiwan in the drone field is the future of drones is using AI, because if you want to operate in a environment that's very distant from the base station or in a communication degraded environment, you really need to rely on AI solutions. And no two partners are better placed to lead the world in AI technology than the United States and Taiwan. Between the U.S. Our strength in AI research and development, between Taiwan's leading role on semiconductors, really, I think we're going to dominate that sector more broadly. But then the applications for drones are going to be terrific, and I think that's really going to put us ahead of the competition. And we've been quite public in speaking out about efforts to change or somehow misinterpret Resolution 2758. So when this resolution was passed in 1971, it was not meant to define Taiwan's status or its relationship either with the United Nations or with other sovereign countries. So it's our position that Taiwan should have practical engagement with the international community, including UN organizations, where Taiwan can provide substance to those discussions. The obvious example I think everybody in the world realized after the COVID crisis was the World Health Organization, where Taiwan not only was the first to detect the COVID outbreak, but was one of the best had one of the best responses in the world in terms of managing the outbreaks. And so clearly Taiwan has much to offer the world. So while we'll continue to try to promote Taiwan's substantive engagement with international organizations, we're also looking for other venues to showcase Taiwan's success. Probably the most well-known of these platforms is the Global Cooperation and Training Framework, which in 2015, the U.S. and Taiwan started to share Taiwan's expertise with the world. But since that time, because of its success and the many thousands of participants from dozens of countries, we've had more and more partners join, first with Japan, then Australia, and most recently Canada.